One of the evolutions I think a lot of founders go through as they mature is you start with this concept that transparency is numbers, and that transparency is pulling up a Looker dashboard, telling people what's in the bank account, telling people how much business you closed last quarter, and giving people just like data, big data dumps. And that is sort of a form of transparency, but it's really not what matters most. What matters most around transparency is the narrative and the why, helping people make sense of the data, connecting it back to the strategy of the company, the thesis of how are you going to win in your market? How are you going to be a successful business? And what are you seeing in your shoes? And that requires like vulnerability and honesty. And it does require you curating a fire hose of data, which you should also make the fire hose of data available, but that's not enough. You need to then curate that into context and into helping people understand where you're like really coming from, almost conversationally, so that they can say, okay, the company needs to win in XYZ ways. And so got it, I can kind of determine now for me on Thursday when I'm in this thing, this is going to kind of get us to that goal or it's not. But it requires narrative.